Evening, everyone. We're a little bit late. So who have we got? We got Tammy here for life. Thank you for joining us, Mr. O. It's gonna be back in 3 minutes, and Jay Dolan, Levi. Yeah, you can see us. I don't know what happened. We were like all on time doing stuff, and then we weren't. So, boom. So yeah, Tammy here for life. Boom. Strix, how you doing? Jay Dolan, how you doing there? And yeah, I can't believe lunch is almost over. And you could be driving for the next hour, Tammy here for life.
Driving.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, we're as I said, we're a little bit late. We had loads of time. We were well prepared and everything.
Just I don't know what happened. Do you want to do the thing?
Do what
for
thing?
me?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I realised I'm not set up because I've just come in from doing the work thing. Giovanni, I owe you a response to an email. I found it buried deep in my email things. Right, okay, SJ. So, SJ, you want to find Chrome?
As you can tell, this isn't my machine.
No, so we just go Chrome there. Do that thing.
Do the thing.
Michael, how are you? Hope you're good. Yeah. Yo. Hopefully, audio is working as well. What football team do we support? Well,
I've given up.
I kind of like so I follow Aston Villa. Terrible time that we're having. But I'm going to say something which is quite controversial potentially. You want to go to the studio, go. I enjoyed lockdown when there was no soccer on. Because the news didn't just talk about soccer; it talked about stuff that was actually happening. Never really been into. Yeah. Aston Villa, shocking. It's nothing. I've been to the Emirates. It's a lovely stadium and all that. And London is definitely it's a fine thing. But like I don't know, like I've got so used to not thinking about football, soccer that I don't know. Like my brother sent me a message which I also need to respond to. It's like, oh, it's all a bit tight at the bottom there, and I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, but you go through phases with Villa anyway because it's a turbulent time being a Villa supporter.
It's hard being an Aston Villa follower.
Your interest does sort of go up and down over the years.
It does.
We did used to go to pretty much every home game for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
When we lived in Oxford before we had the dog.
That was fun. SJ experienced her first ever kind of football violence kind of experience thing. She was a little bit scared.
Yeah, it was actually the first time that
Hey Ryan, how you doing?
I've ever felt unsafe in an environment as a female. Because I think I was actually the only female on the train going back from Villa with a load of Chelsea supporters. I'm not talking about the Birmingham team. I'm talking about the Chelsea supporters, and it was not pleasant at all.
Yeah, that wasn't pleasant. Standard Chelsea away fans. But the Birmingham Villa game when they were rioting outside and we had to cross the police line.
Yeah, you had to drag me.
Yeah, it's like literally, come on, girl, going. What's going on? Well, you see those people, they don't like those people, and those people don't like those people, and those horses in the middle, they're kind of separating us. I think we should get out of here. So yeah, the season's been rough for Arsenal. Like Arsenal fans don't really know what rough is.
It's been a rough few years for Arsenal.
Have you been in the I
haven't been to Arsenal for
the first division. I mean, the Championship. Have you been down there?
No.
Have you been threatened with relegation?
No, but I'm just saying it has been a tough. Like I did go to Arsenal last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've just remembered. I did go.
Yeah, you went, but you're like in the prawn sandwich brigade.
The prawn sandwich.
You love the prawn sandwich.
I was not in the prawn sandwich brigade. However, the last time I was at Chelsea FC,
yes,
we were in a box,
yes,
and the hot plate blew up.
You were at Chelsea FC, and the hot plate
And a
blew
hot
up
plate blew up
in the box. What sort of life do you lead, girl?
You were with me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The hot plate did blow up, but I think one of the best experiences I had. Didn't we go in the Twitter box at
basketball?
Basketball.
We did.
We went to see Golden State.
I can't actually remember who they were playing against.
Oh.
I wasn't actually very well that day.
No, you weren't very well. Go. And that was amazing. And we went. We also. We've been to Madison Square Gardens. Ryan, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, we've been in Madison Square Gardens. We saw the Knicks play the Bulls,
which was awesome.
That was amazing. We weren't courtside, but we were
probably about 10 seats back
behind the net, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I've been to see the Warriors a couple of times, and I've also I went to the O2 once to see the Knicks as well, which is kind of why we sort of
I forgot about that.
Generally kind of follow the Knicks, but have a little bit of love for Golden State as well, and who can't like the Bulls. So yeah, wow, I didn't think this was going to be a sporting trivia night,
Sporting trivia.
Sporting trivia with Mr. B and SJ. Tonight we are mostly going to be talking about I don't know. So it's funny, so we're 14 or 15 weeks into these waffles. 15 weeks.
Super easy.
And you know how I was always at the start of this, right? I'm going to pull out a beta every week. Sports ball, as my wife likes to say. Sorry, Strix, that's quite funny. I'm going to throw that up there so everyone can see it. So we were supposed to, at the start of the waffles, I said, right, I'm going to bring out a beta every week. It's getting hard. It's getting really hard to actually pull out a beta every week, because I've realised that when it rains, I wear the same shoes, the same sneakers week in, week out. So
snap.
I've kind of got I've got on right now those black cement Dunks. I think Levi's got those as well. He sometimes puts them up on Instagram. But so I was having a rummage. And you know how previously I've said, I had a bit of a thing for Janoskis for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pulled out an old pair of Janoskis, but I can't remember if we showed these or not before, which is a problem. But I thought we could talk about, we could have a look at them. We could also talk about high fashion becoming sustainable. Potentially everyone's favorite subject, because we'll know we're not fans of that, but it's a thing. It's in the news and all that.
I got a replacement pair of the the GT Blazers, which I have yet to open.
Yes, so we've got those to play
Hopefully
with.
they are definitely the right size.
We have actually edited a video. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Can you believe that we've actually edited a video? And can we talk about Baywatch?
Do you know, I've never watched Baywatch.
You've never watched Baywatch? Is
No.
Baywatch still a thing?
Didn't they do a reboot with Zac Efron in it?
What?
Have I imagined that?
What?
In my, I like a Zac Efron story.
How have we got? Just going to turn the brightness down a little bit. I've got a few hot spots there. There we go. It's just a bit bright.
Yeah, I'm very shiny.
Yeah, you're very shiny today.
It's because I got sunblock on.
Right.
I just realised
you got sunblock on
because it was so bright this morning. We went out. I changed my entire outfit
two or three times.
I've worn at least 3 pairs of sneakers today because the weather's been here, there, and everywhere.
I'm trying to think. Did I used to watch Baywatch? When did Baywatch start? Was Baywatch on in the late 80s, or was it the early 90s?
I don't know.
I can't remember. But back to the sneakers.
Didn't it?
It did have the Hoff in. So I've dug out a pair of Janoskis because I know nobody really likes them.
I may have to go get my inhaler.
You're going to go and get an inhaler? Okay, so I don't think I really watched Baywatch. I think it was probably when...
I've just realised... Right, sorry, I'm just totally interrupting now.
What?
We could have played Top Trumps.
Oh, we should play Top Trumps. Like, so I don't know if anyone follows SJ on Instagram, but I think it was Monday lunchtime, we played sneaker top trumps. You would literally not believe what we was Carmen Electra in Baywatch. I thought, really?
Who's Yasmin Believe? I don't even know who that is.
I think she was in Loaded a few times.
Isn't Carmen Electra married to?
Well, she was a girlfriend of who's Madonna's boyfriend? Was Madonna's boyfriend in the Bulls?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. So she was Dennis Rodman's girlfriend. She was Carmen Electra. Certainly at the time when the Bulls were very good. It wasn't that season when he disappeared to Vegas.
She is married to him.
Is she?
Yeah.
She actually married to him. Wow. You learn a thing every day. Literally. You literally learn a thing every day. So, as you know, we are vaguely sneaker related. We'll have a look at these boat shoes. There we go. We'll have a look at them. I've, I don't know, like, these are just plain. They're just pretty plain. I haven't had them out for ages. The thing I don't like about Janoski's, SJ, it's the bloody laces.
Yeah, you've got a real thing about the laces because you say they don't stay done up.
They don't stay done up, or they snap. I find they snap like mad. Let's see if I can.
Because you pull them really tight. Oh, they weren't married. There we go.
Oh, they weren't married. Okay, I didn't know that. Did not know that. Yasmin Bleeth was on Baywatch. Yeah, she was. Yes, she was. I seem to recall the name. But yeah, we're gonna. Oh, how late are you? Well, Annex, you haven't missed much really, because we haven't really, we're having a bit of a waffle really. So,
yeah, you never miss anything on a Wednesday.
We're talking about Baywatch randomly.
Yeah. Who was your favourite Baywatch babe?
All gentlemen. All
gentlemen. Yeah.
Have I ever owned any suit print sneak? I have not. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest. Carmen Electra was married to Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction. Really? Wow. Oh my word. This is like this is the yes. So
Leroy, if you want to call Danny Daddy,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, if that's what, like, we're perfectly open and accepting of everybody here. So if that's your thing, as long as the Annex is comfortable with that. I think we should talk about it from an inclusion perspective. You don't want to know. You really don't want to know. So yeah. So what were you going to go and do? Sneaker top trumps, or
do you want me to?
I don't know. I'm just curious. It'd be funny to show the guys like what we like, the cars that we were playing with. I thought it'd be funny. Gina from season 1. Nobody ever noticed her because she was never in a bathing suit. Well,
there you go.
Okay. You and Danny have a special relationship. Okay. Any which way. Must be a Yorkshire thing. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest, half the time. Yes, obviously, if you're in the UK, by the way, I think Danny threw this up on the Nike SB UK sneaker collectors Facebook page. The laser orange apparently is going to be in the Nike app tomorrow in the UK. Apparently.
And also,
yep,
the ACGs.
Yep.
There's a couple of draws in the UK.
Yep.
There's one on board of Southsea.
There is.
Is that still open?
I'm not sure.
There's the one on Flat Spot.
There is one on Flat Spot.
And I can't remember.
There's all sorts. There's been loads.
I was going to do a list.
You were going to do a list, and then work happened. No, I think the other thing, like, I missed the one at Focus in Scotland. I totally missed that. I was like half an hour too late. That's just the way it is. These things will never change. It's just the way it is.
Oh, are they going to size? I hadn't even seen that.
Weird. Are they going
that is proper weird.
Really? Have size now got a... Oh, yeah, Mr. O's back, finally.
Hello, hope you're well.
Yeah, I hope you're good, sir. So we've had a bit of a weird one. So, yeah, the ACG's coming out. I've entered a fair few draws, so I'm a little bit excited.
I haven't. They're
Well,
not. They're not for me, to be honest.
it's starting to become though. Drawers are starting to be this one
One
entry per
household,
household,
yeah.
which I don't know how that works if you live in an HMO, a house of multiple occupancy. I got my black pigeons from Size.
Wow.
Okay, that's like okay. So that would be like Foot Locker or somewhere like
Kind of.
that would be like Foot Locker getting that, wouldn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Failed this morning with Remix Casuals. Have you got a notification already, Jay Dolan?
Did you go in with Remix?
I did go in with our friends at Remix. That's kind of nuts. But yeah, it's funny how these are suddenly just becoming another it shows that the hype for Dunks is not dying down.
That's true, because they would just be a normal release.
It's a really nice colorway.
It's all right. As I said, it's just not.
It's a me shoe.
It's
not a
you
you shoe.
not a me shoe.
Yeah, it's not a you shoe. It's a me shoe.
Why are you like hiding like this?
I don't know.
Like you were like, if you had the shoe in your hand, you'd be like this,
shielding it.
Yeah.
I'd be literally shielding it. No, this is my shoe. Cannot have it.
Yeah. I may have actually bought a pair of SBs from Size, and I hate to say that.
You've bought a pair of SBs from Size?
Yeah.
What have you bought, SJ?
I have bought, because they were on sale, the...
this is like...
I feel like this is confession time.
Confessions?
Yeah, because I wouldn't normally
Come
buy
into the
anything
booth.
from there. But they were on sale. And they have my size. Well, actually, I went up half size. I got the white Bruins. I can't remember what they're actually called. What are they called?
Isn't it the Bruin Edge?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to do like a sob story sort of tune, and I can't do tunes like that.
So I got them because they were on sale, and I was like, do I really need another pair of like white SBs?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and somebody I know in the US said to me, yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
And laughed at me, so I was like, yeah. But anyway.
So Esther's got those coming as well.
I wasn't going to buy any more sneakers.
No. Strix is saying apparently they're ramping up production for more non-SB Dunks next year. And Jay Dolan, yeah, I definitely need that sort of sob story music. Hey there, Tone, how you doing? Nice to have you in the house tonight, and thank you for promoting us on Instagram. I've been really slack. Well, I've just been busy with some stuff that's going down in the world at the moment. So yeah, it's I didn't manage to put anything out on our own Instagram.
Yeah, so Levi's saying that he got the both of his Blazer Edge and Jade Horizons from Size. That's true. When I was looking for the Jade Horizons for you,
yeah,
that was one of the place that may have actually been where I got yours from.
Really?
I can't remember because it might have been.
Sorry, I'm just checking my Gmail because I don't check it very often, which is a problem. I know, Giovanni. I'm so sorry.
You're looking to see if you've won.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if Remix Casual mailed me, and I just didn't notice, which is quite possible. Oh, look at all these emails that have come in. You have entered a draw.
So the annex is saying it's not about the non-SB dunks. So I have to agree because I know there's been a bit of debate about this, but some of the quality that I've seen on Instagram has just looked awful compared to SB quality. And I'm just, you know what I'm like. I'm all about the quality.
I know you are. Sorry, I'm just checking all of me different mail accounts.
Apparently, did you just say this? That Jay Dolan said that there's some non-SB dunk highs on the way too.
Yes. Not dunk highs.
It's the same with blazers. Like I do like some of the non-SB blazers, and like those vintage 77s are like my go-to slip-on pair of shoes. After me originally saying that I thought I didn't really, well, not that I didn't like them, but I thought they looked cheap. But yeah, they're not. They're nowhere near as nice or as hard wearing as a pair of SB blazers.
No, that's. So obviously, I don't know that to be the truth, but from what I observe, they don't feel like when I pick a pair of SB Blazers up, they just feel like they're gonna last.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas with those others that you've got,
They're really light, aren't they?
they don't feel like Blazers.
However, I do like them more now that they're absolutely trashed and look kind of disgusting. I actually think they look way better than they did when they looked super white and fresh. Because that's when I thought they looked a bit meh, you know.
Sorry, I was just noticing Levi prefers the round toe box on an SB Blazer versus the whole shape, and swoosh is just better. I think.
Yes, there's on the non-SB Blazer.
Yeah.
On my white ones in particular, it's more of an almond toe than more rounded than you get on an SB Blazer. Yeah, that's very true. Strix has the Brazils in hand. He quite likes the way they look on foot. I think out of the three, the Brazils look the nicest.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think I wonder about those non-SB ones. I wonder if it's that they've just got less padding. They're just structured ever so slightly different. I suppose my question actually to anybody who has got the non-SB ones, like the Brazil ones, have they got a zoom heel unit in them? Like, have they got that? Like, I should go and look at those ones I've got upstairs.
What have you got? You've got the Viatex.
I've got the Viatex from last year. And you know what? I don't think I ever pulled the sole out to actually have a look.
Part of me seems to think that it was stitched. Maybe. I might be wrong.
I need to look. So ADO, there we go. So he's saying less padding and thin lead.
Yes, which is true.
Definitely less padding. I need to look at leather. You know what they remind me more of? Do you know when SB was going through the 2016 when the normal Dunk Low Pro was just really thin?
What, like an Elite?
Yeah. Like that. They feel like that. I think they felt like that on foot. Apart from I can't remember if it's got that slight.
So there's no zoom. There we go.
Ah, there you go. I didn't know that.
I think that's the same in non-SB Blazers as well, because they do feel very different. They feel slightly more flat.
Why, David? Yeah, the Ishods for sure. So I think that's right. Oh God, how do I say his name? The Sean Maltou. Sean Maltou.
Because you can't say Malte without going
Maltou. Because he's an amazing skater. Yeah. And that shoe is one of my favourite dunks of that little bit of era.
I really like this dunk.
Because it's got like just those little bamboo sort of details and stuff. I really, really like them. I'm a big fan of them. I haven't worn them for ages, right? Right. If it doesn't rain, SJ, tomorrow,
I'll remind you.
Remind me to go and find them on the dunk side of the wall. And I'll put them on.
See, the Solons, yes, they are unpadded, obviously, but again, because they're SBs, the quality is better, in my opinion.
Interesting. I never got to try them on.
Hang on, you've got 2 pairs of Solons.
No, but not Solon Blazers.
Okay. Okay, that's just a little dig at me, because yes, it was my fault. I ordered them.
Amazing. They would have been such a good gift.
Yeah.
They would have been such a good gift.
But I hadn't realised the sizing was in US on a European website. So obviously I got the wrong size, which somebody in our community got for...
Yeah.
Who bought? Was it Jones?
I can't remember. It might have been Jones. Speaking of quality, rumour has it that there's an orange label blazer headed... No, Mr. O. Please tell me, is that truth? Is that truth? That is amazing. If that is the best... Right, so, Mr. O, I will let you tell your story in the comments, and I'll put them on the screen, because this is such great news. I am so pleased for you. I didn't want to ask you because obviously...
Oh, where are guys.
What's Streamlabs?
Streamlabs is deleting Mr. O because he did the thumbs up several times.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Well, I'm going to add it to the thing so that Streamlabs can do one. So yeah, so I'm really pleased for Mr. O. Then he's got the Oski Blazers on the way. That's so good, so good. I like the Solent Dunks, which were just before the they released before the deconstructed Dunks. I really like them. The materials on them are absolutely amazing. They're so soft.
They are so soft. They are really, really nice.
Sorry, I've just got to throw that one up there. So Jordan has got the ultimate lockdown sneaker on the way, the Yeezy Foam Runners. You definitely need to put those on Instagram so we can see them on foot. I'm really curious, really curious. I have seen someone put them on top of a Pokemon's head, and they do look like a Pokemon head when they're flipped upside down. Oh, I love this. He's secured the bag. The eagle has landed. The Oski Blazer is on the way home. Amazing. And Tonus says that he likes the Blazers from 2005. They were more like SB Blazers.
That's true. I think, yeah, they seem to change them at some point and made them really more fashiony, if you remember.
Yeah, they did have a moment with that.
Yeah.
Grease is saying that the Foam Runner is the seashell thing. Yeah,
I'm not sure I understand.
It could look like a seashell.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes, I never heard it called like that. I'm actually really intrigued by how they feel on foot. In the same way that, we were talking about when we were walking Huxley just before we came on stream, we were talking about
the space
hippies, and I was saying they might make good house shoes.
Because I actually noticed when I purchased my Bruins from Size, that they had some space hippies that left on Size, which you were surprised about.
I was very surprised. So here we go. She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells I can't do it.
Enjoy the Zoom meeting, Giovanni.
Yes.
We've had enough Zoom for one day.
I'm Zoom maxed out today, which is a phrase in our company.
It is, yes.
So the Zoom max is where that's it. You're just done on Zoom for the day because you just can't take looking into a camera anymore, and a screen and trying to read someone's face. I find like if you do, 3 or 4 hours of Zoom back to back, first of all, my eyes don't feel like they've blinked. And so they just feel super weird. But I also feel extra tired afterwards. And I think it's because I'm trying to read people's faces and trying not to be a dick on the camera, which I can do with you guys. It's fine. And it's
because you're more self-conscious about what you're doing. It's like I'm like checking where my hands are, checking that I'm not like doing this, checking I'm not like rolling my eyes or something. Because I clocked my boss rolling his eyes in something, and it's just like, yeah, you can't do that.
So I would say to Adissimo, Zoom's, it's a bit like Skype, but it's just more stable. And like you actually do a dance class over Zoom, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. And your dance teacher has the free version, so it's 40 minutes intense dance in the kitchen. Intense might be, it's funny. It's like it's a mixture of music. It's
yeah, but then my
it's highly
bar
entertaining.
studio place do actually have a proper business one, and they do live classes.
Yes, they do the live ones as well.
But the dance thing is like a Neighbours.
Yeah,
thing. It's like a local thing. Yeah. It's quite funny.
Not Neighbours as in the TV show.
No, as in the neighbours that live near here.
I'll just throw that one in there for Levi. I remember everything. Oh, it's funny. I've been researching randomly how I could have a virtual dial-in phone number.
Okay.
So that people could dial in.
Dial into the
actually like dial in
to the podcast.
Yeah, and like literally it would have like a caller waiting thing.
Okay.
But that looks like it's going to take me a few more weeks to figure that bit out. Or in the meantime, at that time, also the people that do our software that we use on the Mac, and I know StreamYard you can bring people in, but we have this set up in a very particular way. They are releasing a bringing guests in feature.
Okay.
And it's in alpha at the moment, and they're testing it with their own sort of beta community. I'm sort of like a game changer for Ecamm.
Okay.
Or I'm in that community, but they just haven't quite finessed it enough yet.
You're funny.
Yeah. Yes, intense dance, Grease. Definitely intense dance.
It's funny because it's like a.
But we've done. Yeah, go on, talk about that.
It's like an 80s theme, so most of it's 80s music dance thing, but because it's run by a lady that teaches at the local school, and there's like a real mix of people that do it. So there's this lady who's like 75 plus.
Yeah.
And it's just quite funny.
It is. It's amusing. It's amusing.
But fair play to her for joining in.
Fair play to all of you for like just doing that. Like,
yeah, we do dance to track some flash dance.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of Maniac and like sort of doing this like that. And what else?
Right, there's this true story, right? So when we lived in the US,
true story.
Because I used to dance as a kid, right? So
you had trials.
Shut up.
Like,
shut up. Right, shut up.
I'm going to tell that story
so
afterwards.
this story is there's this little routine to Maniac from Flashdance, which I actually quite enjoy doing because it's just so silly. But I used to do it as like a little warm up in the gym where we used to live in the US. And this is when I was a lot fitter than I am now. And on 2 occasions when I was like doing this, not wearing that many clothes, like a little shorts and a little top, the manager of the complex where we lived walked into the gym showing some foreign businessmen around whilst I'm like dancing away like a lunatic.
Yeah. And thank you for subscribing, Edisimono. I can't actually say that. That's always the problem with YouTube names. I can never quite say them, but thank you for subscribing. So yeah, Selena says, "Oh yeah," like SJ's like, "Oh yeah." So what do you guys think about the Niger 2.0 CT? Now SJ's not keen, but I really like the colorway, and I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
What am I not keen on?
The Niger, the Huston.
Oh,
the 2.0. You're not keen on it, are you?
No.
I quite like it. Oh, don't worry, it's in Spanish. Sorry, I actually I talked to one of my team down in Mexico, and I just have to apologize every time because I can't speak any Spanish. And then one time, like even when I go to Madrid or Barcelona, and I like talk or actually Italy, and I talk to them, to the taxi drivers or the Uber drivers, I accidentally slip into French, and it's so disrespectful. But I just can't speak Spanish. I don't know why I immediately start.
It's because you put on like your comedy accent.
I can't help it. I'm trying to like, but it's not like it's a genuine. I'm just useless. I'm absolutely useless. Yeah, so I quite like them. I like the colorway. But I like the colorway with the silver swoosh. I think I need to think about it on top of my head. But yeah, back to the dance thing. See, SJ goes like, "Oh yeah, I did a little bit of dancing as a kid." What she doesn't tell you is that she had trials for the Royal Ballet. Well, in football terms, it would be trials. I think in the ballet world, it's called something else. But apparently she was too big because they already had a big prima ballerina at the time. What was her name? Darcy Bustle.
I joked the other week about being bullied for being like the shortest. Then when I went for an audition at the Royal Ballet, I was the biggest.
Yes. The colorway is fire. Plus, it tells a story about how they were supposed to be released. There we go. That's cool. See, I slip into proper deep brummy, so I just get weird looks. This is funny. comedy. See, I like the thing is, I can probably slip into deep Midland if I have a few more drinks. I can do that. But yeah, it's my dad just talks louder in English. Je voudrais un croissant. Oui, merci, s'il vous plaît. Bonne soirée.
Avec fraises conserve.
Comment? As we try to oh, you and your fiance took ballet tone. Oh my word. You see having trials at the Royal Ballet or whatever the proper term is. In the football world, that's what it'd be called. It'd be like if you went to Man United or Chelsea or somewhere, because there's basically nobody better than the Royal Ballet. I know you dance with the rombo a lot, but like that was all a bit probably arty. Anyway,
A bit arty. Isn't all dance arty?
Well, depends if it's modern interpretive dance.
You're amazing at that.
I just do modern interpretive, but it's so interpretive and so modern that nobody else can see it. It can never be shared. It's always for an audience of one, and it's very expressive.
It's something.
It requires the use of the whole body, all muscles, all facial muscles. It's an amazing thing. Trials and tribulations. I don't know where I'm going with that. Oh my word. So why is Huxley disconnected? That's no good. Sorry, it's just a drive that's disconnecting. So here we've had up to 16 people watching us tonight. It's I took jazz and ballet. You did jazz, didn't you?
I did jazz, yeah.
Yeah. I've got 2 left feet most
I
of the
did
time.
tap as well. I absolutely hated tap dancing, to be honest. Hated it.
See, like Jay Darling, see you and your mates just used so you could do the crappiest dance move. See, but mine is just really like it's expressive movement. But I don't need music for it. Because the music's in my mind. It's life is music. And so yes, I can I'm not going to do it now. I was just thinking I was just warming up for it, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yes, I feel like Mr. V dance. Well, no, see, Ryan, I have a shuffle.
He does have a shuffle.
I have a shuffle because in 1999 the feet stopped moving.
There's a shuffle and there's normally a bit of a sneer, and there's normally lots of like.
Yeah. I can do boxes as well.
Or laser beam.
There's always lots of laser beams, particularly if there's like a 303 going. I love laser beams. I love squelchy, acidy noises. Like they're the best. See, I can't do any kind of break dancing or anything. But yes, I mean an actual shuffle, like a shuffle. I'm kind of like Alwyn used to break dance in the 80s. There we go. I could see that. I bet you were quite good as well. The whole b-boy scene. I didn't. Yes, that's all we're gonna say to that. But yeah, like the feet don't really move, but every now and again they do. Like just something happens every now and again. Not very often.
Not very often.
Not very often.
Not very often.
No.
There's normally a lot of alcohol involved these days to get you to
move. To move. It'd have to be a lot these days. I'm trying to think. Did we go anywhere? No. We went to that random family party thing. I think I had a little shuffle at that.
What party?
In the summer when we first came back from the US, out at that stately hall place, the outdoor one.
The outdoor one.
Yeah, I can't remember. Do you remember the company summer party?
Did we?
Yeah. Oh, you don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
We had David Bowie's
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
painted on our
yes,
faces.
We did. Yes.
Yes,
we did.
Did we have a dance at this year's holiday party?
No, because the music was terrible.
Oh, it was bad this year.
It's Tell Me If Your Life did salsa dancing.
You'd like to do that?
I would
as well?
like to. You won't do it.
No, I said I need a lot of help. Basically, I flunked the class. Oh dear. Oh my word. Yeah, it's an intriguing one. It's an intriguing. Whereas you're quite good at that sort of stuff, just because you've got a natural dance move, a signature move that's naturally a salsa move. It's all centered on moving your back leg backwards, as far as I can tell, and possibly putting your hand
Oh,
up in the
shut
air.
up.
Anyway, back to sneakers. See, this is what I like. It's like a random waffle again.
Well, it is. At least we're not on
Food? No, not yet. We haven't got to food
We
yet.
haven't.
We haven't.
So what else has been going on this week, Trev?
What else has been going on this week? Let me see that we can talk about. Well, obviously the Yeezy Gap store.
We talked about that the other day.
But we actually saw a picture of it.
We did see a
We've seen
picture
a
of
picture
it.
of that.
Yeah.
Tones made pizza.
Very
Ooh.
nice. I made pizza last night.
You did cauliflower based pizza.
Cauliflower, oat, and almond based pizza.
Sorry, I've just seen Hitch quotes. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, so you made cauliflower and almond pizza. That's
I
quite
did,
novel.
yeah.
That's a novel thing to do. It's very tasty.
Oh, it's a reference to Hitch.
Yes.
I haven't seen Hitch. I
I
don't know what this is.
Grease went for a salmon Thai inspired stir fry. Yeah, I was. Our Mark's not in the stream because I'm tempted to pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remaster, just to get the Birdhouse board.
Hang on. Jay Dolan drove a 1930s Bentley blower today. Okay.
Really? What? Why? Like, right?
Random.
You need to explain why. Why did you? Okay. That's Yeezy and Gap Geezy. Geezer.
Geezer.
Andy grew up playing in hardcore bands, so it's all backflips off the stage and trying to run on crowds. Amazing. I think I would pay to watch that. I think the closest I ever got to was stage diving. I think it was the Spiral Carpets in Birmingham, and all my money fell out my pocket.
I really don't like the Inspiral.
You don't like the Spiral Carpets?
No. Who were they supporting when we went to go and see
The Happy Mondays?
Happy Mondays, yeah.
Yes, they were supporting the Happy Mondays.
If it's a romantic comedy, that probably explains why I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm not really into romantic.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have seen that.
No.
We were watching, was it Five Bloods?
I can't remember what it's called. We haven't watched the end of it because it went on a bit.
With all the Carter brothers. Okay, I don't know who that is. I thought you were talking about Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine, and Sheriff Fat Man.
Sorry,
which was
what are you doing?
it's probably like they should re-release a version for these days, because it feels like it's quite an apt song for now. It's a bit of a protest song. Are they next to Benson's for Beds?
Haven't Benson for Beds just gone past as well?
I'll win.
I've got to say, today has been a depressing day for retail.
And I'm glad that somebody likes Carter.
I never liked Carter.
You never liked Carter?
A bit before my time, to be honest.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, you were too young. Oh, sorry, Huxley's moving. Huxley's definitely moving down there. But I forgot to tell you what I wore today. I haven't worn for ages. I wore the skunks. Not the. You'll see it the weekend.
Did I take a picture? Maybe I haven't put it up yet.
I don't think you put it on Instagram.
Okay.
But yeah, the first two albums, yes, definitely. So here's the thing, Leroy. I quite liked the Manic Street Preachers before they went shit. The first album was kind of good before they went really shit.
I never got.
Oh no, you should have seen them live when they were like smashing up their guitars on stage, scrawling crap all over themselves. So that's good. That's good, Alwyn. Well, Levi, it's interesting. So I went to see the Manics when they first came out. That first album, I really enjoyed at the time. I was quite into Ride as well at the time, amongst other stuff. I was a bit crappy as well, um, amongst other stuff. But yeah, even before Richie disappeared. Oh wow, really? Okay. Do you like the Pie and Moss reboot?
I
So
don't think I've seen
I don't think I've seen
those.
it, Tone, but I'm going to throw it in so that everyone can see.
I'm gonna look.
Um, Frank Carter. No, not Frank Carter. Although I know lots of people saw them at Nebworth. Um, Ride were amazing. Leave them all behind. Yes, yes, exactly. And I saw them actually in our old local town as well. And then they came. They came back to. They had their after thing in a terrible, like in the Frenchman, Selena.
In the Frenchman.
Yeah, terrible pub. It wasn't called the Frenchman then.
They're kind of bonkers.
Oh wow.
They. I guess I say this a lot sometimes. They look like Transformer shoes, sneakers. They're bonkers.
They are.
I like the hat.
Yeah, it's a cool hat. Uh, uh, I think these maybe the best designer collab is what he's saying.
Reebok are actually doing some interesting stuff with different people, I think. Like as I said, that it's not for me and certainly wasn't for anybody on our stream, but what they've done with Charlie Cohen, for example, I think it's quite interesting.
So Alwyn, I'd have to say I went to Reading one year, the Reading Festival, and it was the year that Public Enemy played. I think they headlined on the Saturday night, and they were freaking amazing. I like new rap, and actually, there's all sorts. Right, this is an interesting thing. I was watching a guy reacting to, oh God, what's his name? It was amazing, Fire in the Booth.
Fire in the Booth.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Aklo. Oh God, where is it now? Stevie Knight. So I was watching a guy called Stevie Knight on YouTube, reacting to what was he reacting to? Come on, so good. A Jurassic 5 for sure. I used to be into Ugly Duckling.
Oh yeah, that album's amazing.
Yeah, well into that. But come on, I'm trying to find the thing that I was watching yesterday. It was just like so good. It's anyway. I will share a link with. Here we go. It's this guy. So Akala.
That's who what Andy's just said in the chat.
Amazing. It was Akala Andy. Oh my! Like first of all, like I've. This is the random thing. I've seen him more on Channel 4 News and Newsnight, and it didn't twig. It really didn't twig. And then the Fire in the Booth, the part 4 of that. Oh my word! What an education! It was educating. It was hitting everything. Yes, amazing. 20 minutes of that. But yeah, it is it's so good, so good. I didn't know that Miss Dynamite was his sibling, and I know he's written books. He's a lecturer. He's done everything. And then I watched his Daily Duppy on Grime Daily. It's so like amazing. But anyway, so you don't know what we're talking about, do you? It was the thing I was watching yesterday.
Were you? I don't know.
I like watching American YouTube people reacting to like grime or British rap.
Because they don't get it.
No, they do, but it's just like it's
just so different to US stuff.
It is, although obviously a lot of it's now moving back to the US. I think it's pretty big in Brooklyn. YouTube just sends me down weird rabbit holes sometimes. Very weird rabbit holes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I love about Charlie. What was the lead singer of Texas? Charlie.
Charlene Spiteri.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah, nice. I think Jay Dolan.
Switches on your Christmas lights. Oh my word.
Oh my word, that's yes, grime drill. That's it. But I think it's moving to Brooklyn. Amongst other things. Again, I don't know. I like the beats. So anyway, let's talk about shoes.
Okay, sorry, I was just looking at the those Reeboks.
Shall we
that
show
Tone
people?
has just sent me.
Shall we go on this camera? You can take them up there.
You can take it up there. You need to scroll though.
Oh, do we?
It's not gonna.
This is hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you can't do it.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I was trying to be. Who took an L today on the St John Ducks? There we go. Just throwing that in there. I didn't. I think we'd already had that. Been and gone for us. But yes. Giovanni's back, like MJ once said. Yes, he did say it like that, didn't he? I'm back.
Did he?
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Michael Jackson. I was going to say, what? Why are we talking about Michael Jackson?
We're not talking about Michael Jackson. No, I've just discovered this Stevie Knight guy. I don't know why he's appeared in my thing. Like he's into weightlifting and stuff, but I'm. I don't like Scepter's ones. I'm going to be honest.
No,
Grease.
I don't like them either. I think
wasn't.
They're meh.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling them. Not my style at all.
I actually thought they were a bit lazy as well.
I thought you could do more, but
yeah.
But fair play to the dude, like for getting his own shoe. Like fair play.
Just not a fan.
Leroy's not into grime. I think it's a broad category, Leroy. Like there's some really interesting beats. If you listen to that, and then if you listen, like I think it's really interesting. Scepter 97 has aged well for me. Dizzy MX 90s are the most overrated 90s ever. Wow. Oh my word. So
what happened to Dizzy?
Dizzy Rascal?
Dizzy Rascal?
He was on the news. He's still the Don. He was basically putting he was putting Piers Morgan in his place the other day.
Was he?
Yeah. Just like that. I just got my pair of Blazer Premium in the Vancetta tan colorway. Oh, really? That we don't have them, but like that's really disappointing, Mark.
I can't say I'm that surprised. He did go a bit pop, didn't he? He did that track with Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris, yeah. Oh, let's flip cameras. I don't like that.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh God, I need to get a haircut, SJ.
Stormzy's had a sneaker with Adidas.
Yeah.
Because
he's an Adidas
artist. Because JD were being very cheeky and wanted people to attend the launch, cover it, and not even pay for people's cab rides home.
Really? So they were trying to use influencers and just be a bit cheap.
They did.
Oh,
yes.
that's not good.
Yes.
Was just doing the. See, that's so. But Snoop but then
Snoop does a bit of everything. You don't care.
He's a dog father. He can do what he likes.
I've worked with Snoop. Remember?
Yeah, we all know the story. Yeah, you basically held the door shut so that Snoop could do his thing. You chatted with his bodyguard. His bodyguard's massive. Snoop smoked a load of weed. Before you were allowed to smoke loads of weed.
That is true.
I don't think you're allowed to smoke weed in public.
Well, you're certainly not allowed. You're not allowed to smoke it in a venue the way he did.
No. So Mark is saying that the vintage 77s are way better. We'll never see Eminem doing them again, I don't think.
No.
I think if you've got 30,000 US, you can probably get the Carhartt. Is it the Jordan
The
4s?
Jordans, yeah.
I think it might be, but I think they're about 30.
We were talking about those the other day,
Yeah.
weren't we? Why were we even talking about them?
I can't remember.
Top Trumps.
Top Trumps. Top Trumps. Yeah, so like SJ's been around him, met his entourage, hung out, held the door for him.
Dre just wears AF1s.
Yeah. And
pure white AF1s.
although I saw it reported that he's getting divorced.
Really?
Yeah, I think his wife, who is a lawyer, I didn't realise.
They've been together for like forever.
24 years, maybe longer. I saw it this morning. Ryan would sell his nan. Wow, that's a pretty strong statement. That's a pretty strong statement. But we'll throw that up there. I suppose. Yeah, I actually haven't. We should look them up on StockX. Like, what are they worth?
If you haven't watched the Evolution of Hip Hop on Netflix, you should do.
Oh, definitely.
The Eminem one's really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, they're all really good, but that one was really good.
It's a really good show, actually.
Yeah, really good.
That Evolution of Hip Hop. Well, Grease, I was reading. So I don't know whether this is true. This is just what I read on an article on a website. There was no prenup.
Oof.
Yes.
Well, he can afford it, can't he?
He can. So Jaden Smith apparently has got a New Balance collab coming. Prefer the undefeated fourth to the M&Ms, says Al Win. Tamia for Life. Yep, that's a great series. It is completely a whole show about Eminem.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It is really good.
It's really good. Like, it's worth watching.
It's only like half an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes max. It's just good.
And Jaden, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Ryan's like, I'm afraid not. She's probably wearing some proper granny slippers. So I just got to put that up there. That's funny. Yeah, that is super fun. No one's gonna sell their nan. Come on, let's keep it honest here in case there's any children watching. Oh my word, it really is a waffle. It's Wednesday, isn't it? We're really like going all over the place tonight. Yeah, really going all over the place. I still haven't watched The Last Dance, Levi. Oh, right.
God.
Levi. Just put Baywatch down and go and watch The Last Dance. Like, it's not many episodes. It's not too many. Go and watch it. It's definitely worth it.
What are we talking about? The Last Dance?
Yes.
Or
well, there's about 4 conversations going.
Okay.
On. Andy never got the thing with Eminem. I think it's worth watching. I think because it kind of just explains where he come from, but also just how good from the lines, how fast he is in the freestyle, how he can just destroy someone, which is kind of interesting. That's the futuristic. Just found it super irritating. Again,
he can't. Yeah, he is quite irritating. Like, some of his stuff is really good. Some of the more charty stuff, shall I say, can be quite irritating. But again, I just think where he came from,
just the way,
yeah,
how he went
through everything. Yeah, it's just quite interesting.
Ryan says he's better now than when he came out. He's probably. I wonder if that's because he's got more life experience. And Andy, yeah, maybe that's truth. Maybe that's truth. Maybe that is the truth. Well, we'll see. Like, is obviously, but then what did lots of people say? I think that's also the challenge. Have you watched the Defiant ones?
Yes, it's amazing.
Yes,
it's so good.
So good. Sorry, I thought I heard the phone ringing.
We don't have a phone.
I know, that's like...
It's my phone. No,
I thought you were getting a call from one of your people that calls you at funny times. SJ's people that phone her
That
at
makes
funny
me
times.
sound really dodgy.
Yeah, well, are you?
They don't phone me at funny times. They'll send me messages,
Yeah, they
and that
send-
sounds really dodgy as well.
At funny times. Da, 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 da. All right, okay. So I am gonna. Where's the dog? Is he there?
He's there, yeah.
Okay.
He is there.
I just need to move my foot. It's gone to sleep. Oh my word! I'm such an old man. Foot's gone to sleep.
Oh, sorry. I'm just going back through the comments.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, there we go. This is why I
Sorry,
like.
I'm just going through.
Sorry, this is why I like this. I love our little community because everyone's got a slightly different point of view. It's bringing together sort of the UK and the US. No metal. I Jay Dolan, I struggle. I'm going to be honest with you. I struggle with metal. Yeah, I'm not into the rock thing. I don't know. Although we mentioned that goth the other week.
What goth?
The one that walks around with the music.
Oh yeah, we saw him today.
We saw him again
as well,
today.
Yeah.
It was particularly hard. I heard a lot of fucks. Sorry.
You would have had such a go at me just for saying like this the slightest
I know.
naughty word, and then you drop the F bomb.
I know. I didn't mean to do that. I'm tired. I apologise to anyone
Even
in
the
the stream.
dog's got excited. He's like telling you off.
According to Last FM, my most listened to genre is electronic. But Grease, that covers such a broad band. If Eminem were to do an Air Max, would the UK really go for it? I think they probably would, Mark.
Yeah, I think they would.
And KRS-One, obviously, Chuck D, obviously the Prodigy. Yeah.
I also look at Tone's quote. Do you think the UK heads are biased for Adidas the way Americans are for Nike? I think, and the Annex
Probably can confirm this.
may agree or not.
Or have an opinion.
I think there's a little bit of a cultural north-south divide over it.
Apart from Andy.
Apart from Andy, who obviously loves everything. Purely because I do feel the South is more into Nike and the North West in particular is more into Adidas because of it just taps into some of the cultural references more.
Like that is the perceived broad sweeping
It is
wisdom. Obviously everyone likes a bit of everything. But yeah, that's kind of how it is a little bit. I don't know, like there's random documentaries on there are random documentaries on, was it Complex that did one?
I think
that talked
so.
about
It's
the
a while
UK sneaker
ago.
scene a couple of years ago.
Western UK like a croc. Yeah, there are lots of Londoners who are massively into Adidas. I think it depends on. I think it depends on a lot of things. I think.
Sorry, I'm just from Grease. That's tough, Grease.
I think it depends on sort of what music you're into, maybe even what football team you support. I think there's definitely a tribal element to it. Maybe, I don't know. Does vary.
But yeah. Wow. Actually, the Roots are doing some great stuff at the moment. A guy that I know who DJs in New York, he posted a bunch of stuff on Instagram stories that was like, oh my word, why did I not? Mr. B, why didn't you get into Adidas? What drew you to Nike? SB. It's as simple as that. SBs and Dunks firmly made that a thing. I think Adidas just weren't doing the skateboarding thing in the right way. For me personally, I don't know. I think that's what it was, and it just came that way. I found as well that I don't know Adidas shoes.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Grease's comment. I didn't want to say anything about football.
Hey, we have proper firms down south as well.
Oh dear.
Apparently, allegedly.
But yeah, those and football hooligans down south wear Adidas.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
Island.
And we might know a few. Tone, I found the blazers I got bullied into buying still a bit of wear left. There you go. Random question: what phone are you guys using?
iPhone. This is very much an Apple house.
Yeah, we're all in the.
Yeah.
I've sold my soul to Cupertino. That sounds like a terrible country and western song, doesn't it? I sold my soul to Cupertino.
To Craig.
To Craig. Can't say. I can't do it.
Oh dear.
Agrees. They don't really have a terrace shoe like Adidas.
Was a Cortez a terrace shoe back in the day? I don't know.
Was it a hip hop shoe?
But did it ever make its way onto terraces? I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm Ryan. You're like, what? There's people still using Blackberries.
Do you work in finance, Ryan? People in finance still use Blackberry.
I didn't know that Blackberry was still a thing. Mark, definitely. I've seen that footage of the prank that he did at that rally. Kind of amazing that he gets away with it. Apparently, he ran the security at that thing so that he could get away with that. But yeah, I didn't know that BlackBerry was a BlackBerry Messenger. Is that
BBM?
Is that still a thing? Wow, Ryan. I just I'm. I know that they.
No, they are still used big in finance.
Are they?
And they are. Because they're considered more secure, apparently. I found this out recently. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm. Because it was a conversation I had with somebody. I was like, "Wow, we're still using Blackberries."
But our iPhone has more privacy features built in than anything that Google would ever build, and I believe that BlackBerry is using Android these days. And Alwyn, yeah, I think that's the thing, Alwyn. Like, I don't know what it is. Just SB and Dunks. It's always going to be that thing. And for a long time, I found Adidas shoes to be just too narrow. No, just better phones came along, Ryan. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about it.
At one of my last jobs, I was given a Samsung phone, and I couldn't use the thing after using an iPhone. I was like, "Oh, I just don't like this."
Yeah, but Levi, Google tracks everything and sells everything. Literally, in one form or another.
At least if you do something naughty, Apple aren't handing you over to the FBI.
That's true. You did speak about that, Andy. You did speak about that when you were on the Sneak This podcast.
But that whole, I don't. It's not even a north-south divide thing. I'm going to say something quite controversial here.
Okay, are we going to get fined by the FSA for this?
So I, in my previous work life before we moved to the US, I would drive around the UK a lot.
You were a bit of a driver.
So I would meet people from every corner of the UK, and I would always pick up on the different quirks, on the different hairstyles, different hair colours, makeup, what people wore. And I used to say to you, I reckon I would have been able to tell if you were to flash pictures up of people.
Yeah,
I could probably tell where they came from in the country at that point.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But that's because you study people.
I know, but it was really quite interesting. Just seeing the different looks that people have from driving 60 miles, which isn't far if you think of how big the US is.
That's true.
It's really interesting. The Midlands like their exotic hair, as do the Welsh.
Hey, I'm from the Midlands. I suppose. Is this exotic? It's not exotic anymore,
I
did have exotic hair once. We never found that picture to show people.
Oh, the exotic hair picture.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is that have I put that anywhere online?
No, it's not online
Um,
anyway. Actually, it might be online. Let me have a
uh,
look. So you joke about Liverpool.
yeah.
Actually, it was Manchester. So I went to a client meeting in
Remember, Andy's
Manchester,
in the chat.
and on a Friday morning,
Yes.
the receptionist had her
Yes.
fake tan on, all patchy, and rollers in her hair, getting ready for her night out. And I was like, you don't do that.
Well, she did do
She
that.
did do that, but I thought it was a joke that people did that.
No, but it's
Obviously
just
not.
like everyone's just into. Like, it's just a slightly different scene everywhere.
I know it is, but
Um,
it was interesting just seeing how different people
it's
are
like
and
it's no
what they
different to the
wear.
Bay Area to LA.
I know. Yeah, that's very different
Yeah.
in what people wear
I'll
and
say
how
it
they
again.
look.
Bay Area for life.
Like, I'm just looking for this picture now.
Oh, like we're gonna see if we can find Liverpool and Essex vibes. Well, like we just need to see if we got this. There's a picture of me with particularly exotic
It is
hair.
awful.
It's very exotic, the hair. Anything south of Sheffield is the south. I would suggest that Birmingham would not say that it's in the south, but it's fine. Are there any pictures of me with exotic hair?
I don't think this goes far enough back for exotic hair, but I am checking. Oh, I don't know. It may be around. Oh no, it's Huxley, isn't
That's
it?
Huxley. That's not my hair. 100 miles in UK can be a different country, language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, Mr.
Yeah.
O, completely. It's because the country's so small in comparison. Like if you think about it, like California is about the size of the UK. That's one state.
Well, California is actually 1.5 times bigger.
And if we go further, like it still blows my mind that it probably I'm flying for less time to get to New York than I am flying.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's a terrible picture. Don't go for that one. There are, yeah, that's a really bad picture. I was a bit fat then, even fatter than I am now. Like SJ's looking through Facebook pictures right now, and it's like, no, not that one, not that one. No, we're meant to be showing the exotic hair.
I don't think it's in here. It's way before.
It was before. Oh, that's quite exotic hair.
What, that?
Yes, it's
That
very
is,
peculiar.
That is quite exotic hair. No, it doesn't go far enough back.
South Florida is apparently completely different from the rest of Florida. I've, to be honest, Giovanni, I've only been to Orlando and around there, not for the theme parks, but for work. Randomly, I hired a hole on a golf course once to interview a man about golf. Yeah, that was a peculiar day, for sure. And Mr. O completely. Yeah, we'll find that random picture of me. We need to do that because none of you will believe the hair that exists. But yes, it's we've been waffling now for 1 hour and 13 minutes.
A sneaker wall in Birmingham. I didn't know about that.
Have you heard about the sneaker wall that's been built? I have not, Ryan. Tell us more. Tell us more about that.
I haven't been to Birmingham for years.
No, we haven't. We haven't been to Villa Park for ages.
5 years.
God. Is it 5 years since we've been to Birmingham?
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Apparently, there's a north-south divide in your...
To be honest, there's a divide where we are.
Yeah, you don't go the other side of the A3. I said it. Jonah Hill Sandbar.
Dear.
Boom. Just throwing that up there. So the apex, the annex. Sorry, I got something else on my mind. Let me send you the info on Insta real quick. Sheffield's got too many heels. You have to wear a Berghaus to get around. Sneakers. Looks okay, to be fair. Okay.
There we go.
So it's basically a Spaniel okay.
Spaniel okay.
We haven't done a Spaniel okay. Let's do a Spaniel okay just for that.
Hi, JP.
Okay. How you doing, JP? I'm not sure quite where we've got with the waffle.
No, we've kind of gone all over the shop and back again.
You're either a North Ender or a South Ender in my town. Really? I'm trying to think where you live. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's been so long since I've lived in the Midlands. So long, as you can probably tell by the lack of it in
Back
my
to
accent.
Baywatch. We've never watched Baywatch.
Yeah, back to back to Baywatch. Was it a shark or not? That is the question.
What a shark?
Exactly. I don't know. I watched Baywatch. I know there was an explosion once, and Mitch had to jump out of the Baywatch tower thing. And they probably dive in the water, and they've got that red thing. I never saw anybody with one of those when we went to the beach in LA. Don't know why I'm humming the French national anthem. I was telling one of the guys on my team, like, yeah, we do this thing on a Wednesday night where we just like literally waffle and waffle. And he's like, what about? Well, just stuff. We just talk for an hour or so. And yes, I think that's what's happened. That's what's happened.
That is very much what's happened.
It's I think this might be our longest waffle. So if you're new around here and you're like, what are these people doing? Generally, every Wednesday we kind of get together with a bunch of people in the chat, and we literally, there is no structure to it, and we just chat about random stuff. So we waffle on. Whereas on Sunday we have a little bit more structure, and so we would cover what we've had on rotation that week, what we've seen in the sneaker news, what we've seen on Instagram. We might even flash what we've bought that week, so you can get an idea. Same group of people, just different show. And we also do this podcast thing on Saturdays, which we did live this week. So we recorded it live for Spotify, but recorded it on YouTube live. And that was kind of cool as well, because we had, a bunch of people come in. So we'll probably do that again this week. We just need to know what to talk about.
So yeah, you mentioned the sustainability thing back at the beginning of the podcast, and I noticed today, and I know that everybody in the chat's going, nah, but Gucci have gone. If you've done a meh, they've brought out a sustainable collection. There we go.
What, Gucci?
Gucci. There they have.
Is that Gucci?
We don't know what's going on either, JP. It's always a bit great on a. It's always a bit great. It's always a bit random. So Gucci have done a sustainable collection, and Jane Fonda is fronting it.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah. I like a bit of Jane Fonda.
Great documentary with Jane Fonda.
Very
good. If you haven't watched that
documentary
about Jane Fonda, it's pretty good.
It's on HBO.
It is on HBO. It's very, very good. We actually haven't watched this week's John Oliver either.
No.
No, we watched last week's this week.
Isn't that what it's called? Or is it the week that was? I always get it wrong.
Isn't it last week?
Isn't it the week that was?
No,
with John
isn't it
Oliver?
last week with John Oliver? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
Who has HBO? Who can confirm this for us?
Sometimes I have to be in the right frame of mind for John Oliver.
From Jay Dolan. Is it Z-X or Xenex? Or is it Xanax? It's ZX, isn't it?
The week that was. See, I was right.
Yes. ZX should be the Aniax, and the guy should be Pint of SB. Boom. So the Aniax should be boom. I don't know. So we were originally going to be Pint of Stuff, because it was going to be more than sneakers. There was going to be tech. There was going to be cooking. There was going to be just random stuff that we like, toys, collectible toys.
Yeah, till I made you stop buying them because there's just like
too many
crap around.
Too many plastic pop things.
Yeah, not very sustainable, is it? Not.
Well, I've not put them in landfill, so I may pass them down. As
to who? The dog?
My brother's kid.
I'm going to sell it all.
Yeah, we're going to sell all that crap.
Sell it all.
All the crap that I buy.
I keep saying I'm just going to sell everything till it gets to when we get to a certain age, right? Then we're just going to go like crazy, around the world, like full-on 24-hour party people, old people, and finish up in Switzerland.
And see, I had a Buckaroo Grease, but I never had a pop-up pirate. I always kind of wanted a pop-up pirate.
I wanted Hungry Hippo.
Yeah,
I never got Hungry Hippo.
I also wanted the Mr. Frosty thing.
Yeah, I wanted one of those.
Yeah, I never got that.
A Soda Stream.
We had a Soda Stream, but it was rubbish.
Didn't have one.
I don't know what, like, it was. Why? I don't know why my mum had a Soda Stream, because she never bought anything like that.
No, it's a bit.
They must have won it in a raffle. Jay Dolan had loads of Thundercats.
See, who here watched Thundercats Ho, the movie, that had different Thundercats on that had also survived Fundera? There we go.
Should Nike make the Jordan 1 loan officially part of the SB line and give Rob Neal his orange label Jordan 1? To be honest, Tone, they could do that anyway. Thundercats the movie, yes.
Yeah, Thundercats Ho, the movie. It was animated.
It's an animated one.
Yeah.
It's SJ's favourite movie of all time.
I can't believe nobody's seen it. I used to have it on video.
VHS.
Like there's this old Thundercat dude who's blind, and there's like a couple of others, and they have to like they get dropped down onto the planet, and the other Thundercats have to try and find them before they get like taken by Mumra and co.
Power Rangers is your generation. See, I never understood Power Rangers.
No.
But when I worked in Argos, they were very popular.
Right, I'm looking it up.
Yeah,
Thundercats Ho, the movie. I'm sure that's what it was called.
I think it's available as I think there's a digital release.
There we go. Thundercats Ho, the movie.
Yes. Are you going to sing us the theme song?
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Do-do. Feel the magic. Feel the roar. Thundercats are loose. Do-do. Thundercats.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
I loved Thundercats.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh my word. Oh.
Gummy bears. What do we mean?
Gummy bears? Do you mean sweets? Do you mean this is the best, SJ? Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that's something different, Alwyn. It's very much cats, not pussy. Cats.
Anthony was a big Transformers guy. Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got a friend who is obsessed by Transformers. I mean, like, obsessed to the point where I think he flew to Hong Kong.
Yes, he did.
For less than 24 hours to go to a particular toy store to get a particular Transformer, and then flew back to the UK. I thought your Transformers collection was pretty deep. Yeah, this guy that we know, he like obsessed.
Right, he used to have a whole load of them in the office because I worked with him for a bit. And there was this one day, somebody accidentally knocked some off, and like the whole office went silent.
Oh dear.
The funny thing is, so he's now in the US.
He is.
So we packed, I didn't do it, somebody else in the office packed them all up to ship them to the US. And for some reason they kept getting returned, which was
really
a bit of a comical moment.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons, was that with Uni?
It was.
I loved Uni.
You loved Uni. I think they did get home. Jay Dolan, if that's a spoiler, I'm sorry.
You know the best thing about Thundercats?
What?
Snurf, 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 snurf.
Oh my word. And Alwyn
we flew to the US.
It's Phantom Menace. Oh my God. Do you guys remember the cartoon? And they had a lot of action figures, toys, mask, not the crazy green guy. Do you mean like G.I. Joe? It was like a G.I. Joe type action figures. It's like Action Force in the UK. I think it was called G.I. Joe in the US. Beast Wars, Transformers. I love that show. Boom, boom. Mask. Yes. Boom. See, how has this become a toy discussion?
I don't know. Because you were talking about unboxing stuff,
Yes.
and it was Pint of Stuff,
Yeah.
and that's where it came from.
Completely. That's where it came from. It was supposed to be all kinds of stuff, which is why it's called Pint of Stuff. It just ended up being sneakers. See, Anthony's talked about Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I was quite into Charlton and the Wheelies, and I think Jace. I was more into Sport Billy.
What?
Do you remember Sport Billy?
No.
Sport Billy had a bag, right? And in his little like satchel, remember this is like the late 70s, early 80s. I think around 82 is what I remember vaguely. And if he needs to go somewhere, he'd go into his magic bag and he would get something out and it would go big. And I always wanted, let's imagine he was somewhere and he had to get somewhere real quick because there's a bad guy coming or something. He would he'd pull out and there'd be a car and it would go big and he could escape. Now, as a kid, I always wanted that bag because I thought it'd be so amazing. So amazing.
Mysterious Cities of Gold had that amazing
theme music. Do you know
the
song for that?
I don't know that one.
Right, we should Jamie and the Magic Torch. Yes.
That was a bit trippy.
I was a big fan of that one as well.
I don't really remember it that one.
Oh, this is so good. Terrorhawks was amazing. I don't know if the Terrorhawks actually made it to the US. Because that was made by the same people that did
Moomins are flipping scary.
Yes.
When I was in Sweden, there were like Moomins everywhere, and I was like, no, I can't cope with Moomins. They're weird.
The Moomins are
proper
just
weird.
Too scary.
Yeah.
Too scary.
They freak me out.
Anthony transformed it once.
I never got into Transformers.
I like old. I don't like the Michael Bay nonsense.
A Moomin kind of looks like a hippo.
Yeah, but what were those?
But they're just a bit weird.
What was the little weird creature that hung around with the Moomins?
I don't know.
Because there was like Papa Moomin and Moomin Troll. Was it Moomin Troll? Maybe.
A Moomin collab. Oh God.
I'm sure you. I think I've seen a Moomin collab. I like the raccoons too. 80s G1 Transformers completely. Will the Wisp was scary. Yep, completely very scary. I don't know if these cartoons made it over.
Wasn't that Kenneth Williams that voiced Willow the Wisp?
Yes. I can't do it.
Moomin SP Dunk. That would just be too weird. Although
I think Vans have done a Moomin collab in the past.
Yeah, they did. I'm convinced. I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, I'm convinced that Vans did a Moomin thing. The Moomin is creepy. Evil Edna from Terrorhawks, yep. Was a kind of a scary thing. God, SJ, it's gone 10 o'clock.
Yes, they did, no?
Yes.
Had the Moomins on the Vans.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it
no.
from a couple of years ago. Because I think that we talked about getting them for you.
No, I wouldn't have wanted them.
I know, that's why we talked about it. And we didn't do it. My word. Right.
They are creepy, Tone. They're just wrong. And they had like this weird music as well. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like
King of the Hill. Hank Hill. The Clangers was out. Yes,
yeah, I don't know what that was.
It was the 70s is what it was.
Before my time. Grot bags.
Yes, I remember grot bags.
Didn't Rod Hull die up on a roof or something?
Didn't he fall off a roof, like trying to
do something with his satellite TV when he was actually like promoting Sky at the time?
Yeah,
I'm sure is that right?
I don't know. It's a long time ago. A long time ago. Rest in peace, Emu.
Emu's not real.
Yeah, he is. It's very scary, weird. But like, if you think about like, this is not going to make sense to the US friends. I think most of what we talk about doesn't make sense sometimes. Blah blah blah. All right, so right. My brain is. Anyone remember Art? Yes, with what was his name?
Neil Buchanan.
Neil Buchanan. Again, I don't think this travels to the US. It's a very UK program.
I went to see Orville the Duck as a child.
Now, Tone, if you want to see something really weird, look up Orville the Duck.
I wish I could find.
Up to the sky.
I can't.
You can. No. Let's talk about shoes. Please, come on, let's talk about shoes. No, Cuddles was amazing.
Oh,
my.
no, that's not a grown-up.
Oh, this is a sickly sitcom. Dear me. Also very weird because didn't he date his mother or something random like that? Okay, Tone. Well, good luck.
Good luck with
good
the
luck.
wedding stuff because it's creeping up very quickly.
Oh yes.
Exciting.
Catch you on Sunday, hopefully.
Yes.
Mr. O, Howard the Duck was very creepy. Was Howard the Duck an alien? That is the question. And how does he fit into the Marvel universe? That's what I want to know. Why hasn't there been a follow-up? Why wasn't Howard the Duck in the Marvel cinematic universe? Or was he?
I don't know.
Yes, exactly. Right, girl.
No, I'm never doing a pint of stuff drunk.
No. Never.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. I don't know what Streamlabs is doing. It's deleting stuff.
Count
Duckula. I loved Count Duckula.
Yes. Ducky.
I love Daddy Poo, Ducky Poos.
Ducky Poos. Pint of drunk.
No, it's never happening.
No,
never ever happening. But yeah, I did love Count Duckula. I'm gonna be like when we win the lotto on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Scrooge McDuck.
You're gonna be diving into the money. No, yes, we're gonna win the lottery this week. Check out Comics Explained, and it will explain the Howard the Duck stuff. Okay.
DuckTales. Woo!
I'm just gonna copy that. SJ, this isn't your like opportunity knocks moment.
We all know I cannot sing. I don't pretend I can sing. I cannot sing.
You've done a great job this evening.
What?
Great job.
Is that because I like Thundercats?
Thundercats. This is longer than the Sneaker Stream Sundays, which is supposed to be structured. Oh my word, people! Right, we genuinely got to go. It's been great having time with you all tonight. Yeah, I've got my cheeks are hurting. Oh, I've got jaw ache.
Any homework for that? You know what we haven't done? We still haven't done it. And I'm going to do it. Now I've sorted
all the
sneaker room out. I am going to measure myself in boxes to see whether the theory is right that we're all the same size in sneaker boxes. Yep.
And we need to think about a topic for Saturday for the podcast. We'll think about that. So I just want to thank you all for joining us as always. It's been amazing tonight.
Yes, thank you all.
You've all been amazing. And
good luck anybody that's in for the ACG.
Yes,
in all the various raffles.
All the various raffles. We have a video edited. We just need to
It's finally the Hennessy.
Finally, we're going to put out the video on the Hennessy Dunk. We just need to take a picture for the thumbnail. And just want to thank you all as always. Take care of yourselves.
Yep. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the week.
And we will see you on the other side.
Yep. Take care all.
Au
Bye.
revoir.